Welcome. Keeping up with our continuous improvement and innovation approach within Appranix, we are happy to announce that we are GAing Cloud Application Resilience Insights and Notification Center today, which will allow you to continuously improve your application SLAs over a period of time. Improving your application resilience takes time. We understand that it is a crawl, walk, and run approach. For example, if you shifted your workloads from your data center over to the cloud platforms like Google Cloud Platform or AWS and so on, you might start with the traditional or legacy backup and recovery systems, and it takes time to kind of slowly switch over to using cloud native backup. And then you might explore cloud native DR because cloud platforms, their entire infrastructure itself is very, very resilient across multiple data centers as well as globally spread out load balancers and so on. So there is an opportunity to tremendously improve your application resilience compared to your data center. So you might start with the crawl approach where you might start using the cloud native DR. Then you start monitoring that environment. You could package your applications as cloud assemblies and put appropriate policies for backup as well as DR and monitor for alerts so that you could continuously improve the resilience. And then you could also configure appropriate reports based on your priorities and so on so that you could monitor that environment from several perspectives and look for unprotected resources because it is not just the VMs or the databases that make up your application environment. You have security groups, you have the routes, you have other resources that make up the entire application environment for which you got to be looking out to improve continuously, unlike your data center approach. Then you could slowly turn on automated DR simulations where you could configure the policy based on your requirement, based on your cloud cost scenarios to improve the resiliency as well. That way the system will continuously learn and then Appranix informs you, how fast you can recover your applications. And continuously change your policies based on your target SLAs. So at the end of the day, once you're all settled, you can very easily see how you could achieve your target SLA given your situation, given your application types, given your environment cost and so on. You could target an application SLA that is applicable for your application as well as your organization requirements and so on. Now, it's about creating a culture. What Gartner says is that if you prioritize resilience over remediation happens after the fact, whereas resilience is very proactive. And that comes with the continuous process improvements. And that's where Appranix's latest features allow you to improve and obtain your target SLAs, maybe because your own teams can use the capabilities, or you could allow your resilience managed service provider to monitor your environment and continuously apply or change the policy so that they can achieve the target SLA set by you. And that again happens and starts with your resilience insights that allow you to capture and inform your application resilience performance over a period of time. Turn on application resilience alerts so that you are informed about unprotected cloud resources and see how your SLOs improve per application depending on the situation. And having said that, watch out for the cloud cost, and you can always adjust your cloud cost versus your application resilience. There's always a kind of a tug of war between the two because it's not easy to control the cloud cost when you want more resilience. You want more retention of the application environment copies, but on the other hand, cloud costs are improving. So watch out for that. And also turn on the resilience, as I mentioned earlier. You can improve the resilience by allowing the system, Appranix system, to simulate your application environment recoveries. There is a good presentation and, in fact, a webinar that we did on the simulation aspect of it. Please go and check whenever you get time. And finally, you could pretty much integrate your application resilience with your DevOps pipeline. That way, Appranix will continuously make sure that your environments are protected even if you are making frequent changes to your application environment. Having said that, let's explore those two capabilities that we released today for general availability for our customers as well as our managed service providers. That will help you to achieve the target application SLAs. So given that, the features are very easy to use, assuming that you have the account already created in Appranix. All you can do is that very quickly go to look at your application insights page, where you'll see all the completed environments, protection environments. Within that, what are the resources that are protected already. And again, it varies depending on the application types. You can also go back in time. Let's say if you want to go back to May 27th, what happened to my applications at that particular point in time. You can see how the environment was protected and what time it took over a period of time. If you look at an example here, you see all the resources that are protected between two regions, Northern Virginia as well as California region. And similarly, if your environment is running on GCP cloud, you can see the various regions as well as the resources that are protected. On the Google Cloud, you will see only one because it's already global. As soon as you make a copy of your environment, it becomes global, so you can go ahead and recover those environments as well. On the resiliency report side, recovery report side, we separated the protection as well as recovery. So based on the number of recoveries that you have configured the system to automatically do the recoveries or your manual test recoveries, you could go and check out if there are recoveries. For example, I did a recovery around 8th or 9th of June. You can see one of the recovery tests that we did for our managed service partner. You can see the recovered resources and average recovery time triggered by the system user, and it automatically reset the entire environment by deleting all the resources as well. So you can see all the detailed reports, and you'll also notice that whenever there are failed environments or resources in terms of protection, you will immediately know what it is. And you can also configure the alerts using our notification center. So we have introduced alerts and notifications separately. It's a very flexible system. Keep a watch on this particular area. We'll continue to populate more and more. We call it as subscription topics. So you can see the current subscription topic is a resiliency report. So under network notification settings, you will see a daily resiliency report. You will see a couple of these subscriptions, the groups of subscribers within that area where the reports will be delivered. You see this nice feature here, preview. So you'll also get a preview of what kind of report you will get, and in that report, how does the report itself will look like. So you have a preview of that. I thought this is a cool feature. And you can configure the system to deliver different groups of subscribers based on your situation. It could be that your managed service provider might enable these reports to be delivered to you directly as a customer or to their own operations folks within their organizations dedicated for your resiliency monitoring and management. And you could go and create a subscription for different notifications as well. So let's explore this particular topic. Um, if you look at this particular topic, you have various recipients for this report, so you can very easily configure and change. So if you want to add more users, you simply edit and add additional users. In this particular case, let's say if I added more, add the email, and Govind will have the resiliency reports delivered to me at a particular point in time. And also, whenever you add or remove subscribers, it's better that you add a comment so that your new additions or deletions are properly recorded for your auditing purposes as well. So subscribers added, right? Update it and keep it going. So that's simple in terms of using the resiliency reports as well as the alerts and notification center with our new release. So please go ahead and use it to achieve your target SLAs. Thank you.